Welcome to the Bad Movie Night podcast, covering the worst movies you've never seen. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night podcast.
Everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of the Bad Movie Night podcast. My name is Chris. Everybody stop typing. We need to talk about America's favorite pastime, throwing the old hog skin around. You know what I'm saying?
Are you ready for some football?
Football. And to do that, we're talking about the 1991. I know. We're talking about the 1991 action movie, The Last Match.
How is this movie from 1991?
Right?
I don't know.
Right?
What is with that trailer? Why is it so somber? There's a lot to unpack with The Last Match.
Just like Ernest Borgnine.
What's the matter, AJ? You got this cat
focusing
lady.
in.
He loves
Oh my God,
focusing
you
in.
need to focus. You need to focus.
This is a big one.
I am not a football fan. I've never really watched football. I never really played football. I know very little about football. I just wanted to get that out there in the open. I thought it was relevant, Aaron. The movie is about football, right?
I mean,
Ish.
tangentially.
What the hell? Why are you
There's
so
football
yellow?
players
What is it with you? You look like you have
I'm
the liver
yellow?
cirrhosis now. Yeah, you look awful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do I?
Awful. Yeah.
I can't tell because I have like reading mode turned on the monitor. Everything
It's fine.
looks
It's fine. I mean, it's ruining the podcast, but it's 100% fine.
Auto white balance.
Ah, now you're red.
Oh, now you're red.
pink.
Now you're
You're
out in the
pink.
sun too long.
There, that looks better.
That's back to the yellow of the
I think it
source.
looks fine.
I'm just used to his
There,
natural
is that
color.
good?
No, it's fine.
Little-
all right.
there we
I'm
go.
sorry I said a
That's-
goddamn thing. We're moving on. We're talking about The Last Match. Actually, this is probably going to be more important. Like, this is more interesting to talk about you than it is going to be about this movie.
I don't know about that. I think it's a
There.
lot to talk about.
There's a
that?
lot to talk about.
Like how this
This is
is
gonna
sat
be
in the
a
can
big
since
one.
1978.
Is that an Elvis joke?
What? Did he die on the toilet? Is that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did he
A
really?
lot of people do die on the toilet, though. It's
They
weird.
do.
Is it because they're
Aneurysms.
like? Oh, I thought because they're like pushing really hard to get that shit turd out, and then it just blows.
Yeah,
out.
and then
they're
it,
like,
the
blows the heart
aneurysm
out.
bursts and
In your
away
brain?
they go.
Well,
Okay,
lots
so
of things burst.
that is the importance of Metamucil and fiber. Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
And not doing.
That's why old
gotta
people
stay
take
on
it.
Goddamn.
Oh,
Gotta
he
stay
was on-
regular.
He was on a lot of drugs. Is that why?
He had a heart attack, didn't
I
he?
think, yeah, didn't
I
he?
don't
No,
know.
he
I
had
think so.
colon cancer.
I think it was a fart attack. Is what it sounds like. Let's see.
Speaking of fart attacks, let's talk about Ernest
Speaking
Borgnine.
of heart attacks, first up though, reminder: Patreon-tober is in September. Fill out your ballot on that Patreon post for the movie you want put on the wheel, because that's what we're doing in September. We are covering only
So cool.
Patreon recommended movies. So if you're not a patron, go there, sign up now. Patreon.com/badmovienight-show. Lots of perks.
What channel did you post that to, Chris?
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that one actually.
I posted on the Patreon, guys.
Oh, you might want to post it in
Patron.
Slack too.
Gex, we can't see that.
Why do I need to post in? This is a conversation that can be done outside the podcast, guys.
Can we start talking about this football movie? Come
Yeah.
on, Chris.
Fine, for
Jesus.
the love of Christ. AJ, what is
Was
12 minutes in already.
12 minutes? I mean, granted, 9 of that was waiting for Spiv to fucking show up.
fair.
We're here. We're talking about this movie. AJ, what is The Last Match about?
I'm glad you asked, Chris. Susan is the daughter of a famous football player.
I'll play football.
She gets into trouble when she is set up with drugs while moving through airport customs in the Caribbean.
That's not my banana.
That was the Caribbean?
Exactly. She is quickly caught and sent to a castle-like prison.
princess.
Her father tries to buy her freedom.
Here's $5.
Soon Cliff realizes he needs to call in the rest of the team for overtime in the 1991 action flick, The Last Match.
Last match. Rated R for probably a lot of racism. Amy?
Maybe. They did not like the Dominican Republic.
But they never said where it was. But
No.
then
No, I thought it
They
was
said it was the
Panama.
Caribbean.
No.
Yeah, there's lots of, you can leave it up to
was the
speculation.
islands.
There's some potential problematic things with this movie. Namely
Just a couple.
everything. But we'll get
Namely
into
Just
it.
a couple.
Namely, the first hour and a half.
We will get into it. AJ, that was a spectacular premise hole. Next week when you're not here, who knows what's going to happen? But we'll figure it out then.
I'm sure
You know,
John can
the
fill
last
in
minute
again.
like we normally do. We'll figure something out. Yeah, 1991. I guess we'll dive into Aaron's history hole first, and then we'll go into Lindsay's rabbit hole after that, the new segment. There's no new bumper yet, so everybody just chill the fuck out and
We're
set your
working on it.
expectations, okay, guys? All
we
right,
made
I had
one
a
last
busy
time.
week. Well, we made
Rabbit
one.
hole.
No, you had a
Rabbit
carrot
hole.
song or something
Okay,
fucking
well,
weird.
we'll come up with a new one. I'll download a rabbit picture. We'll freebase,
That's
freebase, free ball, free
Freebase.
style, free whatever.
I'll make one. Don't worry.
No,
I'll send you
AJ's would be like free the rabbits, and everybody like I don't know what this fucking means, AJ.
one. Too many
Why-
levels, Chris. Too many levels working.
Too many levels. Okay. Aaron, can we take a moment, get up in that history hole of yours, and get a little context for the movie and the year it was released?
Okay.
Touchdown or that? Okay, I don't know.
For Aaron's history hole.
All right, the last match.
Oh, sweet.
Cool.
You look like a
No,
member of
sir.
like the 87 Bears.
It's the face for the
Go Bears, go
Go
Bears.
Bears. You call me the refrigerator.
I gotta tell Amy that the toilet's all fucked up from the kids.
What are you doing? It's the history hole,
Hold this
not the toilet talk.
This is ruining the
It's
history.
fucked
hole.
up the
Welcome
toilet.
to
Don't
this
use
week's
it.
toilet
my
talk. Teach you about
I just
plumbing.
needed to send a text message.
Old houses, right, Chris?
Old houses, Spiv.
Don't worry, Chris. When
Need-
you get
need
old, your
Bob
plumbing will
Vila
be
on
all
that.
fucked up too.
Yeah, I'm worried about blowing
The
stuff
water
now
pressure,
next
man.
time I have to shit.
Gotta fix that water pressure.
Both internally and in my house.
All right, moving along. Much like some Drano and a nice plunger, we have this movie from 1991 called The Last Match. Our most recent 1991 movie was Witchcraft 3.
Wasn't
Yeah.
even their last
It's
match
great.
though. How does that? It wasn't even their
was
last.
good.
Well, it
No,
was someone's
wasn't.
last match.
Yeah, spoilers.
This movie was released on February 1st, 1991 in Turkey, and then later in June of 91 in Germany. The Swedish title for this was pretty cool. It was called Power Play.
Ooh,
I like
Oh,
that
that's
better.
much better.
That's good.
Is that a football
that would
move?
be a
I don't
hockey
know.
No,
movie.
that'd be a hockey movie, but I still like it.
With Sweden, hockey, right?
Right.
What about like extra goal or something? What's the football term?
Extra point.
Touchdown.
You get an extra point. You can-
End
Extra
zone.
goal.
Welcome to the
Overtime.
end zone.
Goal!
Kick a
End
home
zone.
run.
Offsides. That's what it should have been called.
Offsides. There you go. And that,
Oh,
that would
yeah.
be very accurate.
Sportsmanlike conduct.
Right.
Penalty.
Necessary roughness.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's a
that's-
good one.
That's a good
That is a good one.
Well, it's a.
That's unnecessary roughness.
I know, but Necessary Roughness was a movie.
That's a
Oh,
good title, though.
I thought it was
is?
unnecessary roughness.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
How necessary was this roughness? Can you guys please solve it? Okay.
Fine, moving along.
It was necessary roughness, not
Oh,
unnecessary.
maybe. With Scott Bakula.
One of them.
Scott Bakula said the roughness was necessary, and so was Sinbad was in that too.
Sinbad? Oh boy.
Sinbad. All right.
It's the same year.
Yes.
Oh shit! Football must have been big in the '90s.
Yes, it was. All right, so our 1991 movies from February, we have Meet the Applegates.
Okay, with Christina Applegate.
It's where they're bugs, aren't they?
Oh,
like
that
that,
movie. Yeah, that was a fun movie if I recall. I haven't seen that in years. Holy shit!
We have The Never-Ending Story 2.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
I've never
It's
seen that.
not good.
once,
It's not
yeah.
good. Isn't it Jonathan Brandis in it?
It's
Oh, really?
got
He's like, there's like a bookstore in it, right? And
Is that who that kid's name is?
I can't remember
Return
who
of
it
Oz, that's
was.
for sure.
oh, Return to Oz.
Return
is-
of
It was the same kid that played.
Yeah, Jonathan Brand, the
yeah.
DS, the swimming show.
Yeah.
We're going underwater.
Mm-hmm.
What the hell was that show called?
Oh, Sequest.
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 Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
With,
Rob Schneider.
Dude, he died in 2003.
Wait, not Rob Schneider.
Jonathan Brandis died?
Yeah.
Jonathan Brandis died by suicide by
Yeah.
hanging.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god,
It was
that's,
very
stark.
sad.
that's super
That's
depressing.
sad.
Wait, who the hell was in
Aw,
Sequest?
you ruined
Scheider.
the podcast.
The guy who
Nice
was
one.
from
Yeah,
Jaws.
he was in
Lived through
Sidekicks,
COVID, right?
yeah.
What's his name?
Roy Scheider.
Roy.
Schneider from
ah,
Jaws.
there we go. Who did I say?
You said
Rob
Rob
Schneider.
Schneider. Very
Close
different.
enough.
Hip hoppopotamus. All right. The Silence of the Lambs.
Nice.
Nothing But Trouble.
Great.
Bride of Reanimator.
Great.
Ooh.
And He Said, She Said.
Oh, my favorite YouTube channel.
Not to be confused with They Said, We Said.
Oh, look, Aaron's looking. Are you
Hint
cheating?
is-
Did you write the plays in the side of your helmet or something?
Blue 42. Blue 42. All right, so our web server, which I was typing the history hole in, decided to take a hike in the middle of typing the shit up. So I'm just gonna pull some stuff from IMDb
Wow.
here really quickly.
Professional.
Yes. So this movie, The Last Match, also known as L'Ultima Meta.
Italian.
Yes, the director was Fabrizio de Angelis.
Yeah, he did a lot of producing of film.
Yeah, he's done tons of stuff. He wrote 15 films and he directed 22, but he's done stuff like Deadly Impact, Thunder, The Manhunt, and Killer Crocodile. These all look like really fun, bad Italian films.
Scaldy porns.
Karate
Yeah,
Warrior looks
the
cool. It's
Thunder
like a
series is
right?
pretty interesting. It's about this native guy that just beats the shit out of people. It's pretty good.
That sounds cool.
Sounds very
It's his
deep.
first movie, too. Sounds very deep.
Lots of character
That's why they
development.
call him
It's,
Thunder. All right, and then our writer,
But-
of which there were two.
But that Thunder movies were made before this movie, so my expectations are not very high.
Yeah, they were made in the 70s or early 80s.
80s.
So
Those-
our writers
yeah.
were Gianfranco Clarisi, who did Cannibal Holocaust, Devilfish, Phantom of Death. He has 67 writing credits. I'm trying to think what else he's done.
And he
There's
saw
something else.
Midnight Express
Yeah.
and then wrote this movie.
Yeah. And then we also have Vincenzo Manino, who all worked together with the other guy on Devilfish, Phantom of Death, but he also wrote Violent City and Argo Man, the Fantastic.
Ooh, that sounds
Superman.
cool. Argo,
Argo Man,
Man?
the Fantastic Superman
He's
from
the
1967.
Fantastico.
Oh, wow.
It looks like, it's just, yeah. It looks like something. I think, Chris, you need to watch this film. It's
Don't tell
not
me
for
what
the
to do.
podcast, but it's pretty awesome. I'll tell you what to do. Damn it, I'm the coach of this here team. All right, moving along. So what else we got? What else we have? I feel so unprepared. Thank you, fucking Amazon. What
you get?
For paying $1.50 a month for light sale server. Yes.
That's right. Giving Jeff Bezos that extra gas in
I
his
mean,
rocket.
I'm looking at this movie, and the more like this are all these Italian movies in cover, but then it has
Yeah.
like the American name underneath. and
Yeah, it's
all
weird,
look
right?
Fucking awesome.
So,
Yeah.
as you guys mentioned, this was filmed in the DR.
Can we watch Karate Rock
Roddy Rock.
Sure.
from 1990? Il Ragazzo del Mani di Cacchio. Oh god. But it just
boy.
looks like
Can
it
you
looks like
stay
the
in
cover
America,
of
please?
that one?
it looks like
Oh
the
my
cover
God.
of Karate Kid, but he like beat up the Karate Kid and like
That's
ripped his
cool.
shirt.
That sounds
Probably gonna
pretty
be really
cool.
dark.
This looks good.
Called Mr. Miyagi gets his revenge, right?
There's scenes with like
Character
into Mr.
concept.
Miyagi equivalent and shit. This is just a straight
You gotta
rip-off.
check out Cyborg.
That's what all these
2.
movies are.
Boy.
Wait, listen to this.
Guerrero
It's got
Yes.
Antonio Sabato Jr. in it.
Impatto mortale.
Porto Matale.
These history holes take fucking forever.
Well, you guys just keep
Prepared or
talking.
not.
You keep talking, and I'm not prepared at all. God damn it.
Karate Rock. This
Our
is-
music for
different
this
cover than I
movie.
saw.
what I'm saying, Spiff.
I
Nobody
knew
wants to
a
talk about
meeting.
this asshole.
I
This
don't
guy,
know.
this guy who wrote this music was like at gunpoint. They told him to play the script or the music while
This
they
is why we
recorded
need to
it.
talk about it. It is
Music.
painful. This is the music you hear when you go to Turkey Creek, Chris.
Can I just play some? Can I play some of the music? I'm gonna
yeah,
play.
play some of that.
All right,
Yes.
Sounds like a
cat-
cat walking across a synthesizer.
My piano teacher in college would have called it a butt cluster.
The best ones
Yeah,
are when
I
it
bet
when
it
he's
is.
going
What
up
it
the
sounds like.
arpeggiated scale. Do you have the scale ones? We're just going up the scale.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fun.
I have a better
So
one when
annoying.
the
Or
guy
do you
is
have the
running
drums from the car chase? That was good
The
too.
car
No,
chase.
I know
Oh,
what
boy.
you're talking about. Yeah, I didn't make that one.
Chris,
It was
you'll
like,
be surprised to know, though, this was the only film this composer participated in.
they
Oh,
were
that's
unhappy with his
shocking.
performance and they
Wow.
pulled the trigger at the end of it.
They weren't going to give him his opportunity to grow as a musician, huh?
Pretty bad. All right, so some movies to check out. We have... No, not my helmet.
Oh, you lost your helmet.
This is a sad
Trail
history.
of the Killer,
I know,
also
this
known
is
as Paper
pathetic.
Trail, starring Chris Penn and Michael Madsen.
Oh God.
Oh,
Ooh.
Too drunk. I don't know if I can handle it.
between the two
too
of
much
them, I know.
women beating
What happens
and
in
stuff
it? They
going
just
on in
molest
that.
each other?
A burnout detective.
Burnout detective. That makes sense.
Yep.
I'm not sure which one, probably both. Follows the trail of a serial killer who sends him messages about the murders.
Oh, I hope Madison's the serial killer.
Of course he is.
I don't
Or
know if I
actually,
can
he
tell
might
those
be
two
the
apart.
drunk out detective.
It could be both. Or
It's
both.
so hard to...
Those two look so
Yeah,
much
that's the
alike.
twist. It's the same guy.
Yeah, you
It's
can't
the
tell
same
who's
Jekyll and
who.
Hyde. Maybe. We also have Night Kill.
Oh, that looks cool.
That's a cool
That is cool.
poster.
It is
Yeah.
really cool. A woman's lover poisons her cruel husband, a rich businessman, in front of her. She becomes more terrified when she finds the lover dead as well. A police detective suddenly shows up at her door.
Suddenly shows up. Night kill.
Night kill.
Yes.
Watch out for night. You might get
Killed.
hurt.
Dead. All right, we have Deadly Target from 1994.
Oh,
Classic.
shit.
Gary Daniels.
Oh boy.
Gary
That is-
Daniels.
That's Gary Daniels in that
Yes.
picture?
yes, it is.
I can't tell with all the
Dangerous
math I've
drug
done in
know.
his
lord,
face.
a renegade cop. The
The
Talking
math.
about monkeys.
It's just
Yeah.
numbers.
Monkeys. eat
That's
bananas.
a
It's a paper,
target. It's
Target.
a it's a paper
Paper.
target.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Monkeys.
interesting.
Monkeys. eat bananas. Best Gary
Oh,
Daniels
my
movie of all time, and possibly the best movie I've ever watched, is called
Monkeys
Rage.
count
Lindsay,
to
if you haven't
5.
seen it, you would like it.
Yeah, but Lindsay, have you
What
seen
is it called?
Rage.
Rage?
is amazing.
It's probably the best movie of all time.
Gary
Yeah,
Daniels.
It won movie of the year last year, right?
It won movie of the decade. We didn't even do that.
I will check it out.
It's got
Alright.
Fat Cop in it. It's so good. Just
Fat Cup.
I gave way
Chronicles
too
of
much.
Fat Cup?
Oh, it's
Chronicles of Fat Cop.
Yes.
playing school bus with the
All right.
chicken. And,
Now, Chris, I'm giving you a little heads up here. I'm
Yes,
done.
I said that.
I'm done.
Okay.
What'd you say, Aaron?
I'm gonna pass the ball to you right now. Get
I
ready.
believe the huddle is over. Okay.
Blue 40.
Give it to me, coach.
Hike.
Oh.
Oh, fumble.
Oh.
Oh.
All right. Aaron, that was not good.
Really
That was not your
bad.
best. That was not your best.
bad
effort.
Yeah, I know.
Half the
I know.
audience left. I gave up. Even I gave up. I was like, why are we even doing this anymore?
The audience.
I would
I
love
was
to
just-
not have to do it. We can end the history hole. We have a new segment.
We're not
Give it
ending
a history hole.
Speaking, AJ,
no.
what is this? We don't have sponsorship deals.
We do now.
This is not a
Burger
Burger King.
King's paying me the big bucks, guys.
Okay, Spiv, are you ready for the bumper for the rabbit hole?
Oh
Okay.
boy, I forget
And
what I
here-
did last week.
We go.
Time for the rabbit hole. Eat some
Oh,
carrots.
It's so cute.
Nibble, nibble. Nibble, nibble, nibble.
shitting all over the place.
Lindsay's
Shitting all over the place.
rabbit hole.
And having lots of babies.
Throw that in with White Rabbit.
Babies everywhere.
I love that.
Okay.
Okay.
The improv bumper.
No, that was great. All right, I'm gonna try to make this as
Don't you lie to us.
quick as possible. But I went on a journey. I was like determined to solve a mystery within this film, and I did. So I'm very excited. Okay, so they show footage from an actual football game. It's not something they set up. You know, it's got a huge crowd. It's got marching bands, cheerleaders, both teams, and I'm like, what game was this? I need to figure out what game this was. And I thought it was Notre Dame playing someone. So I started searching, and it had something in the center of the field about a bowl game. So I'm searching for all the bowl games in the late 80s that Notre Dame
What
did.
did you say? Ball or bowl?
Bowl.
Like
Bowl
college
game.
Like
games.
sugar balls.
Like
I
sugar
don't know what that
bowl.
is.
Fiesta. I thought
or
it was the
Rose
19.
Bowl.
Yeah, I thought it was the
see.
89 Fiesta Bowl, but it was not.
Oh, see, that's how they get me.
Fiesta.
I only care about food. And they said sugar bowl, fiesta bowl. That sounds
Right?
like there's food involved in this shit. I'm there.
So I'm like, what? I started Googling, like, you know, what the uniforms looked like, the time period. What the hell was this? And then I finally went back and really looked at those scenes that they were showing. And the thing in the middle said Pig Bowl. I'm like, what the fuck is a pig bowl? And so I looked it up. Evidently, I don't know if they still do it, but back in the 80s in Broward County in Florida, they would do this thing called the Pig Bowl, and it was between like law enforcement agencies. And I think,
explains a lot of that.
and also I saw a couple signs in the audience saying, "We love such and such PD." I couldn't make out all the letters. So it's the Pig Bowl, and I think it was the 1991, which was held in Pompano Beach Stadium. And it was between it said, there's this article out of the Sun Sentinel, and it says the Palm Beach County Bandits put the cuffs on the Broward Sheriff's Office heat on Saturday during a spirited clash on the gridiron at Pompano Beach Stadium. In an arresting defeat, the Bandits crushed the Heat 15-6 in the first game of the Pig Bowl 1990 series. And they have a couple quotes from a couple people that are pretty funny. Detective Paul Shad said he would never play no matter what. He said, "Are you kidding? I might break a sweat. I'll take my chances out on the street rather than out there. With all that equipment on, they might as well be firefighters." And
Oh, shit.
right?
Burn.
Shots fired. But then they have a quote from Broward County Sheriff Nick Navarro, and I dug up some information on this guy Nick Navarro, and my goodness, it is crazy. Yeah, this is the rabbit hole. I went looking at this guy Nick Navarro. He was sheriff in Broward County from 1985 to 1993. And in 1989, he allowed Fox television crews to ride along with Broward Sheriff's Office deputies for several months, taping material, which turned into the inaugural season of Cops.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
No.
And also this dude, in 1989, Florida Governor Bob Martinez ordered state prosecutors to determine whether Miami area rappers' 2 Live Crew's album, As Nasty as They Wanna Be, violated Florida obscenity laws. Navarro proceeded to arrest local record store owners for selling the album and members of the rap group after the concert. All arrested parties were eventually acquitted. But the judge who heard the case reprimanded the sheriff so much that they think that it cost him re-election. So he was the guy that went after 2 Live Crew in Florida.
How about wasting taxpayers' money?
Right? So that was the rabbit hole.
Sense.
Only in Florida.
So now I get why they're so good at shooting guns, because these are actually police officers and FBI
Yeah.
agents and stuff. These aren't just football
Right?
players. Well,
Well, at least they were authorized to do so then.
But I mean, the characters in the movie are supposed to be like NFL players.
pro players.
Yeah, but the footage they're showing of the game was a pig bowl. that happened in either 89 or 90. I couldn't figure out exactly which one it is because there's not a lot of information online
That's
about
kind
this.
of offensive for police officers.
Well,
calling it the Pig Bowl.
they would really get into it because I was reading some articles that said like they would do raids on each other's practices, like in full SWAT gear and stuff to interrupt shit, or they would burn effigies of the other team. Like they got pretty
Jeez.
serious
Bomb
about
squad
it.
comes in and blows up the football.
Yeah. Well, the halftime of the 90, I think, Pig Bowl, they had one officer dressed as Manuel Noriega drive onto the field in costume, and then like SWAT members deployed on the field and arrested him. I don't know. It's weird to
My kind of football
take
here.
a look
That sounds
at.
fun.
So
Florida.
it's Florida.
Florida.
Wild West, guys. Wild West.
Well, I don't think the podcast is going to get any more interesting after that. You might just want to tune out now. Thank you, Lindsay. That was a rabbit hole we just went on.
That was a rabbit hole.
There's a deep hole with lots of twists and turns, and
It was.
No Ernest
at the
Borgnine,
end there's
though.
handcuffs and police officers.
And innocent people going away.
Yep.
All right,
The Pig Bowl.
let's move on now and talk about the last match.
Okay, if we have to.
Patreon. Join the Patreon. $2 a month and you get some stuff. Patreon.
Hey everyone, go to patreon.com/badmovienightshow and sign up for $2 a month. You get access to the weekly pre-show as well as other bonus podcasts and videos. Patreon.com/badmovienightshow. The last match. Rebecca, what did you think?
I thought it was a very convoluted story. There was a lot of nonsense to it. We already talked about the music being super strange. There wasn't a lot though, like that last, not the last scene because that was a football game, but the second to last major scene, the battle scene was very exciting, but everything else was just kind of okay.
I like their stand-in for Ernest Borgnine in that scene.
Uh,
Old man running, it looks nothing like him.
Why are they
So-
on the
plane.
uniforms?
So,
like,
not
it
a
was
big
just
fan.
it was kind of all over the place. Like,
Okay.
yeah,
It had its moments.
yeah.
AJ.
You know, I wouldn't say I'd be buying season tickets, but it had its moments. I feel like there are a lot of missed opportunities here. This concept is gold. You know, there's so much you can do with this, and I was really hoping that was going to be played up more, but I felt like we got like a really, you know, the movie leads up to what you know is going to be an epic moment. And I
Yeah.
felt like
Oh, yeah.
it was just so minimal effort and just minimal everything that it was just completely lost. It missed its moments and marks, and it was just I was kind of disappointed in that.
Disappointed.
Disappointed.
Lindsay.
Knowing the scenes that we were going to be getting later in the movie, you know, these football players in full uniform, helmet pads, everything, shooting machine guns and kicking grenade-laced footballs at helicopters, I was willing to sit through whatever to get there, but it was pretty arduous at times. Just like, okay, can we just get to it already? Let's just get to it already. I don't care about all this stuff. So it bored me a little bit before we
Sound
got
like,
to that point.
You
But
sound like 44 Cum Dungeon. That's like what he says about our podcast.
we needed timestamps in this movie. That's what we
yeah.
needed.
Aaron, what'd you think?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same thing. I struggled to watch this to get to the good stuff. The concept is completely insane. I want that concept. I want to watch that. I don't want to watch somebody being stranded in another country, and then a lawyer trying to hold fart in for 25 minutes while he talks about the inability to get her
They hold a fart in?
out of prison. That's what it looks like. He's like, well, in this country, you can't really. I got a fart. So look at I'm so sorry.
You're gonna get 5 to 12 years in prison.
See,
And it's really important that you know that he's wearing that ring.
Oh yes,
Because they kept
Yeah.
showing it for some reason.
And then the other guy was wearing a ring at the end.
So yeah, I mean, the amount of good stuff is really overshadowed by the drag to get there.
Spiv.
Chris, the
Biff.
trailer got me so pumped.
Yes, it did.
It's a football team. It's ridiculous. Football team machine guns.
You were definitely pumped. I can attest
I
to
was
that in a corner.
pumped,
Yes,
man.
Yeah.
You were pumped.
I wanted commando with football team.
Oh shit! Get
Exactly.
me
That
pumped
was
now.
should've
Understand it.
And I got 68 minutes of slog before the football team even gets there. And the movie's only like 90 minutes. It's-
What are you trying to
And
say?
then,
I'm saying the pacing was awful. Awful.
Mm.
and then you get to that high point, and then you're back to slow motion.
And then you go back to football
We've got
again.
football for
And
another
the
10
slow-mo,
minutes.
the
celebration
slow-mo
at the end.
flashback of the coach getting beaten up. What? Why?
Yeah, I watched that
Guess you
again.
forgot it
'Cause
happened.
I
thought it
rewinded.
was
I'm
a
like,
new
what the fuck?
scene, but
Did
then
I
I was
miss
like, no, wait,
something?
we already
Yeah.
saw
No, they put a blue filter over it.
It was in
then,
case
and
you
that was
fell
her
asleep
that was
during
her
that
dream.
section.
Well, if it was green, you would
Catch
die.
it again.
Yeah. Not
a
enough
fan.
there to save it.
Not a fan. Okay.
No.
Okay. Fair enough.
They fumbled. They fumbled this one.
This is like. This movie is like. I don't want to be political, but like, all right,
It's a
this
lot to
movie's
talk
like.
about.
We like football. What if the football players had guns? And what if we went to some country
This is
where
like your
like,
Budweiser
over
swung
and
uncle's
Right.
fantasy, right?
Well, this
over their
this
culture.
movie spawned from, I think, because Bo Svensson came up with the idea for this movie after like drinking a shit ton of vodka or something.
Makes
But
sense.
originally it was soccer players,
okay.
That makes sense.
Well, that's why it's a match and not a game.
Yeah,
right?
Soccer is more of a global sport versus football, right?
Yeah.
And the rest
I mean,
of the
that
world calls
visual is
soccer
great
football.
though. Everybody said it. The visual of football guys with guns shooting the shit is funny and silly.
Yeah.
And this movie is serious and
So
then really
serious.
stupid by the end. In some ways, it works because of that. And namely, actually, there's one reason to see this movie, and it's this.
See,
Exactly.
that's what we wanted. That's what we
That's
wanted.
what we
there.
wanted. That's
We
what
only
we
got
asked
that.
for.
I
I
wanted
didn't
that all
ask
the
for
time.
20 minutes of football at the beginning. Okay, nobody asked for that.
Oh boy.
That was a setup.
And then
we had to see how good at football they were because it was not important at all.
well, they use it to introduce Ernest Borgnine as the coach, who like. I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of the shit he did in this movie is improv. He walks into this locker room.
He was
Yes!
drunk.
And he's like, guys,
Now, a lot of guys, you guys made some bad plays out there. And we're going to talk about that when it comes time for money. Hello? Oh, forget it.
I can't hear you,
Here,
Susan.
let me have that.
Well, he
does
also
Guys!
he also says
Guys,
he also says if it wasn't for me, you'd be playing in a blind school. He says that.
that makes total sense.
Maybe it's just translation.
Yeah, wait, I want to be an
Maybe,
Italian.
I don't know.
Hey, you guys.
And there's nothing more refreshing after a slog on the gridiron than a nice refreshing bottle of cola.
is that what they drank? Cola?
Yes. There was like a bunch of bottles of Coke or something on the table there.
You
and they
never
just started
drank
grabbing
a
it.
Coke
right?
when you were thirsty?
I'd like a
Well,
liter
not
of cola.
after doing something that physically strenuous.
When was
No.
Gatorade invented?
When was Gatorade?
The
Is that the
70s?
The 70s?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we're like, yeah, all right.
In Florida, too.
Hmm
Yeah.
Holy
Gator
shit.
aid.
So,
Gatorade has interesting history.
I was okay with this opening because it's like, well, we gotta establish
football,
the
yeah.
football players, whatever. Ernest Borgnine, he's improvising some bullshit. He has no idea what the fuck he's talking about. And then they're like, this like 28-year-old lady calls this
Yeah.
like 35-year-old
Right?
football player, and
Right?
he's like,
Yeah.
I
she's
was
like,
Hi, Dad.
Daddy.
Is
And
that
I'm
her
like,
dad or is that her daddy?
What?
yeah, I thought there was this
Yes.
Oh,
and she's
that
like in the
makes way more
hotel
sense now.
room, like in the top like floor. It was very,
I'm coming
very
home.
misleading.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was like, what are we getting into here?
Don't worry, I've got George here with me.
Like George.
George keeps
Look at this
staring at
guy.
her chest the whole time.
Who does nothing.
Hey,
George
Run
is a
away.
He runs away.
I got my t-shirt on.
George is the worst character in this whole movie.
George actively chases down her van when she's kidnapped to run out and say one thing and then run back in.
Right?
I love you. Okay, bye.
Transported from jail to prison, he runs out during the transportation. Like, oh my god,
Oh, that's the wrong one.
who wrote this?
It doesn't even make any fucking sense.
Yeah.
Like that's
That car
oh,
chase was so poorly
was
edited.
it?
I had no clue what
So
was
bad.
going on.
so the movie is exactly what we're saying. You got a football team and a football player who's the star.
Dad?
He's very famous.
What does he
He's
play?
he's
though?
a
He's
He
a
plays
quarterback,
quarterback.
Quarterback?
Yes.
He's the
of course
quarterback. which is the star of the team, right? That's who everybody
He's
loves.
like
the
Brett
quarterback.
Favre.
He's Brett Favre, okay? Imagine Brett Favre is Liam Neeson in a Taken movie, and they've taken his daughter.
Yep.
He has a particular set of skills, okay? And then he goes to the
What
country.
are those skills?
And he's okay, and this is the Taken
Throwing
movie.
footballs.
So Liam Neeson gets his daughter kidnapped in a very boring sequence. But then he goes over to the country and he spends an hour and 15 minutes talking to a lawyer.
Yeah.
And then he's like, you know what? Fuck it. We're just going to kill everyone in 5 minutes. And then the movie's fucking over.
We're just gonna create an international incident.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tries to buy his way, as a lot of wealthy Americans do. I mean, that was like the statement of the movie, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Americans just buy their way through.
There was
everything.
no statement in this
There was
movie.
no
AJ.
statement. But this
No.
that fits with that American idealism angle
Yeah.
where
Well,
it's like,
and
Yeah.
that
okay,
was
we're Americans. We can go over to this country and just murder everyone, right?
that was
It doesn't matter.
That was so amazing when you had the prison guard with his American accent explaining how awful you Americans are.
Right.
I didn't understand. Like
Like, you're
everybody
American.
in that country spoke English perfectly.
Right?
So this was in the Caribbean, right? Like,
Doesn't
That's what it was
say.
supposed to be.
Is that what it's
Dominican
is that what they
Republic,
say?
yeah.
It says that
was it
in
Dominican
the
Republic?
description online, but it doesn't say
felt,
that in the movie.
It felt more like South America to me, just like the
Yeah.
houses and stuff.
I thought it was
I-
Panama.
Felt
Could've
like
been
that kind of,
Panama.
yeah. I like when they're talking about when the dad's the football player, the quarterback's talking to one of the other characters, and they're like, "Well, in this shithole country, like people go to jail for getting caught with drugs, like 5
what the
years."
lawyer
so
said.
weird.
And I'm like, wow. I
doesn't
mean,
happen
here
in
in America, people go to jail
get,
for 30
like,
years.
20
for
years.
bullshit. Yeah. What are you talking about?
Yeah, right.
That was the
That's
ambassador
why half the
guy.
country's locked up.
Well, you had there's other movies that kind of follow this premise, but aren't so. There's Broke Down Palace. There's Return to
Yeah.
Paradise. I mean, they're a lot more well done.
Well, that's why I was saying Midnight Express
Midnight
is that
Express,
that
yeah.
guy gets trapped in the prison with the drug because of the drugs or whatever.
The
But
setup's a common one.
the setup's
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah.
Where they go is different, and where this movie
Very true.
ultimately goes
Yeah.
is kind of cool. Except for those sequences are not executed well either.
Mhm. Oh, it's so
So-
dark when they're breaking them out of the prison. You can't see anything.
Yeah, and there's
Oh, yeah,
extreme
yeah.
close-ups on some action moments, and you can't tell what's going on.
I liked the shooting range scene.
You can't tell what's going on here. This isn't good. This isn't working for
No.
you. This darkness. This-
They took
And,
the
and I
pixels
mean,
that shit.
granted,
Football
we
players.
did watch a really shitty rip on
Yeah.
YouTube,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I mean,
that was such a letdown, though. That's such a
That-
build up to this moment.
mhm.
Yeah.
that would have been pristine footage in 1080p, I'm sure. No, it's
Yeah.
still like well underlit. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, just fucking bad. And all the framing of the shots in this movie pissed
bad.
me off.
Yeah.
Like look at
Oh
this.
my God.
It's
That
so
scene.
it's so poorly framed. The
Oh, it
picture
looks so
frame is
bad.
on an. It looks like we're on an angle. What the fuck,
Yeah.
guys?
But you do get some more great improv there. All right, Jimmy, you're going to go here.
You're gonna
No,
go
You're
here.
going to go
Guys.
there.
Well,
All
And
right,
he checks
guys.
in. Do you
Go to the
understand what I'm saying?
dormitory.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Do you understand what you're
I
saying?
mean, I haven't been in a football, strategy meeting, but I imagine a lot of it's kind of like that.
That was the ultimate plan. I have it. The ultimate plan is right here.
Fred, you'll be up here. Fred, you're here. Okay?
We didn't even get
Okay.
into, like,
This is
football
practically
lingo.
Ocean's 11 planning going on,
Then
right?
when the football players first show up and the quarterback guy sees them, like they each greet him individually, like in their own character way. Like one's like, "Hey," and like, "Gotcha, man,"
Yeah.
and it's really
It's
weird.
bad.
And
They
they're
had
all in a
no-
semicircle again.
There was
I
no
liked how the
character
players didn't
development.
have any names. They were just the numbers.
Uh,
44,
No,
checking in.
No
Double
development for those characters at all.
There is no development. You have that
It's
main
sad.
like.
Zero development.
Yeah, that's what I was agreeing with you. The quarterback guy, you think like he is your main character,
Is he?
Curtis or whatever.
He has a
He's
name?
he's a fucking dick, man.
Right?
Yeah, he's a dick.
He's a
He's
quarterback.
the quarterback.
Oh, is that how dick quarterbacks are?
I mean, that's
They're
typically
prima
the-
donnas, most of them.
I mean, isn't he a little old to be playing football too?
He's
Wow.
Brett
First I-
Favre.
First,
Yeah,
I thought he was
really.
like
He's
30,
He's Brett Favre.
but then I
It's
saw
like
him later.
professional
four.
players, right? That's why I was confused. I was like, is this like college play? No, it has to be professional because he has a daughter
Mhm.
that's close to the same age. But then maybe they're not. I don't know.
But like the ambassador knew who he was and was
Yeah,
like
he's
impressed to
famous.
be meeting him and all this
Yeah.
stuff. So
I love Ernest
Look at that
Borgnine.
boat.
right.
I just
on
love him.
Florida
Like, look at him in this
boat.
fucking hat. He's just fucking great. Look at that
He's
hat.
great.
He's like
He's
a
great.
grandpa.
He
He's
is
good.
like a grandpa. But those scenes where they're like, this movie's all about pulling off this heist to save her. And the effort they went into is, Jimmy, you go here, and Billy, you go there, okay?
I
Just
know.
drive your
Why
truck
not
through the
spend
door.
spend that 30 minutes with the lawyer bullshit, like
Yeah.
working
Cut
on
that
the ultimate heist?
Yeah, like work on like the moment the movie has to matter. You know, like that's the least you can do.
Why do they suit up in their football uniforms?
It's to protect against bullets, Spiff.
But
No,
no one
actually, I
knows
like
who they
yeah.
are, so there
It's
won't
the
be an
worst
international
camouflage in the
incident.
world.
They won't know who they are because they're wearing their football jerseys. or
But
their
I mean,
baseball.
it's so impractical because, like, how can you handle a machine gun? You've got these giant
know.
arm
Right?
pads
Well,
on,
they're-
and your helmet
And you're in
obstructs your
white
vision.
and yellow, running around at night.
They have, dude. They go back to the United States and they've created an international incident where
Yeah.
the Cleveland Lions
Really?
or whatever the fuck football
Right?
team went over to Panama and murdered 100 people.
You think that might be a little bit of a problem?
No,
Like,
it's a shithole
It
country.
You think
was
that
the
little
80s.
kid got custody that they brought back through? You
Oh
think-
yeah, they
That's
stole a
it.
kid.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this little kid that's kidnapped to take to America by the football team.
Who sees his father die, and he's just handed
Yes.
off to these strangers.
Only character with
And,
a die.
and you can just show up in another country and live your life.
Yeah.
It works out well.
It's the American dream.
This scene, holy
it's Elian
shit!
Gonzalez.
So this is the prison. The women are in a prison cell.
This was one of my
of
favorite
this?
scenes. I thought this scene was really well done.
I'm shocked we
lady's
got
on the
this
toilet
scene.
the whole time.
Honestly,
Yes,
I was shocked we were getting this perspective at all at this
You
point.
got two
through
of
the
them. I'll
movie.
pull it out while you're
I agree.
sleeping.
Yeah, I
What's
didn't
that
expect it.
about?
What did you just say?
that's what
from
the
that
character
scene.
says.
Yeah, but what did she say?
Oh, something about pulling it out
You
while
got
you're
two of them.
sleeping.
I'll
Yeah,
pull it
yeah,
out
I
while
heard
you're
that, and I
sleeping.
didn't know what they were talking about.
You don't
No,
really
I
want
know
to
what
know.
it
Oh,
is.
okay. I thought it was something I just don't understand.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
Yeah.
Oh,
What a movie.
It
Um,
was something.
that's it. That's all there is. To
We
say
did
about
we
this
did get
thing.
the helmet cam. Did you guys notice?
that's
Yeah,
right,
that was cool.
yes.
For
Yeah.
half a second, I was like, all right, there's something.
There's
What
something.
was that?
Grasping
when
for
they
straws.
shoot the bad guy.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
they
when they
come
go
up
through the
through the floor.
Mm-hmm. That plan
Interesting
was ridiculous
tactic
too.
coming up through the floor. You know, I don't know how they thought that was going to work out well. It
Oh,
did,
yeah.
but I'm just kind
Shooting the thing up through there.
What was
I would like a
was Borgnine like
football
floating
move.
in a helicopter next to the prison?
No,
Yeah.
he was, he was
at
sitting in
eye
the truck,
level,
wasn't he?
He could see everything. No,
He was
in
the guy in the
helicopter.
van.
He's in the
Borgnine was Borgnine
There's
was
just
in
one the guy in the van.
Wait, Borgnine
See, what
was
is
in
that? Is that a
helicopter?
butt?
Yeah,
What
he's
is
in the
that?
helicopter.
Yeah, those are
He got
butts.
into the helicopter and he was using his binoculars from the helicopter
A
to like
Borgnicopter,
be the
yeah.
game player.
Borgnicopter.
I thought he was in the truck because they show him
No.
driving up in the truck at the
I
beginning.
know
he's
it's
the truck.
confusing. It's
But then he
confusing.
gets out and
back
gets in
the
that little
truck.
tiny helicopter.
Oh man.
When does he get out?
You don't see
It
it.
doesn't.
When did
He's
they get
doing
into
that
the
off
helicopters?
camera.
Wait, here he is in the truck. Oh wait, he's not in the truck.
No,
No,
he's
the
already
helicopter
in the
comes
chopper
in
at this
and
point.
No, there he
He's
is
in
in
the
the truck.
He gets. They meet them. The copter comes in and lands, and he gets out and gets in it. And then there's
Really?
another. Then there's a second helicopter that
Yeah, when
comes
did
and
that
picks
come in?
all of them up.
Yes, I remember
Yeah.
that.
See, there's the other one on the right side.
Oh, there is two. Oh, yeah, right. Because then at the end, there's two copters coming
Yeah,
in.
then
These
come in.
assholes.
All right,
We
that
have to
whole
leave
co-
in 5
That's
minutes.
Borgnine running. You see Borgnine running?
Yes.
You can tell by the white hat.
Why
Borgnine
didn't they just
stand in.
fly the helicopters back to America?
Helicopters can't fly that
Anyway,
far.
Range.
they're pretty
range.
close, right? What's Puerto Rico's like?
Because,
right off
yeah,
the
they
coast.
only have to fly to like a
Yeah.
different
I
island.
said,
Because
2 hours. That
He's-
was
yeah,
the
2
max
hours of
level.
gas.
They could do that. Maybe they could do that
How fast can helicopters fly forward?
pretty fast.
Not just
Well,
like
now they can.
staying there.
Well, one
That's
like
true, in
that
that
full of
time, maybe
football
not.
players, probably not much.
Not very
Yeah.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Plus the weight of all their gear.
Let's see.
Dump
Yeah, 'cause
gear.
That was
wear
like
all
a
their
that was like a
helmets and everything.
Huey.
I'm just like so disappointed. We didn't get any football lingo. We didn't get any.
It says it's
tackling.
about
We got
160
nothing.
miles per hour.
They got football lingo.
That's pretty.
yeah, because they start saying hut, hut, hut. And
Yeah.
Yeah, they went.
But we
That
had no
was
like
the best
football
thing
plays
ever.
or anything. Like, you know,
That
we
was
had
their
the football
moves.
kick.
this scene,
Oh,
yeah.
there's another arc.
I mean,
just
every
like,
other
hey.
scene should have been
Hey,
football
guys.
stuff.
So there is a sequence though where they practice shooting guns, which is pretty
Yeah.
good in their full football
Their full
uniforms
uniforms, yeah.
because. And it's still so dark. Like that's dangerous
Yeah.
to
And it's
shoot
still
in the
slow
dark.
motion.
like
Really
that.
dark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I just don't. They never
slow-mo.
explain like why they need to wear their uniforms. If there was
That's
like,
Team Lindsay.
This is what makes the movie, though. If they didn't, it would just be
oh
a bunch
no,
of assholes,
exactly,
like, yeah.
exactly. I just
No,
thought
there's
maybe
no-
there
there's
would
no
be like
logical reason.
some justification for it, but just that kind of makes it better. They're just like,
Yeah,
let's wear our uniforms.
They have a
That
game
one-
tomorrow night. They have to keep them on.
Right, they're gonna
The,
fly
uh,
straight there.
Gotta be ready.
The one guy during the shooting practice has a fucking rocket launcher.
Yeah,
That's cool.
bam.
How do you, okay, so if you're in the army and you're the rocket launcher guy, you never get to practice shooting that thing because you can just never practice
It's
shooting a
probably
rocket launcher.
expensive. No, you
Yeah.
practice shooting that thing.
Really? They let you shoot
Sure
it?
you would. Yeah, you go to a range.
You
and
have to know
everything
what
for
you're
that.
doing in order
But
to
you can't-
effectively use something.
Probably not going to be very often, though.
Yeah, because I imagine the expense of shooting a rocket's pretty high.
Yeah.
They're like, the rocket launcher guy is like the kicker on the team.
You're
Where it's
probably
like-
doing like VR, honestly, now,
He's
right?
special teams.
He's the
That's his thing.
He's special teams. Yeah. And they're like, it's all
He's
on
gonna
you,
punt.
Johnny. And then he shoots the rocket and completely misses. That's
The
what it
trigger
is.
was in or whatever.
The laces were Laces were out. So, okay, so we're supposed to get on board for these guys coming over here. Now, I get she is in this prison, and she obviously is innocent because we see the guy
Sure.
slip the drugs in.
Yeah.
But
at
for
the
what
beginning of the movie.
reason does he
There is
slip
no
the drugs
reason.
in?
I thought he was going to
think
sneak
he's
in with
part
more
of Two
drugs, so
Live
they
Crew.
distract. I thought it was a distraction move because
That
typically
could
that's what it
be-
is.
that
Because
could
then
be.
you
Yeah.
sneak past, because he was there after, right?
Mm-hmm.
He could have been sneaking
He got
more drugs.
he got
in.
through while they were detaining
Yeah.
her.
That's true.
That's the only thing I get to come up with.
I thought he was with the lawyer at first, and the lawyer was like running some
No.
scheme, but that's not the case either.
I think
So-
he's just trying to sneak.
No,
through.
we never see that guy again.
Mm-mm.
So, like, they do play it up like that. This is she's innocent, but it's also like she's not being treated well.
yeah.
So this is there's evil people. Like the bad guy is just straight up evil all the time. He's like slapping people around. The dad
Aw.
gets beat up. He's shooting randos. He's just evil. But the 150 people that work at this prison who are just the computer guy getting
Right.
blown away by the football team just doesn't seem right.
I mean, yeah, you know.
He's like, what do you do? I don't know. I run their social media account. Oh,
Well, and they caused a lot of death too because they blew open like a wall and a bunch of prisoners ran out,
Yeah.
and then all the guards killed the prisoners.
Yeah.
All right.
And
They're
then
not
they kill all the
American, Lindsay.
guards.
It's okay.
What was the point of the
bloodbath.
scene? Like, you showed the prisoners inside, but then the guards shoot that person trying to break in, like, later in that scene.
Was he breaking in or breaking
He
out?
was breaking out.
I thought he was trying
And
to
then
get in.
they made it look like he had a gun and was shooting, so it could be so they could justify shooting
Justified,
him.
yeah.
I guess.
See, Spiv, you said it there. It's not okay, or it's okay because they're not Americans. Like, that is what they want you to buy into. But
Yeah,
on,
that's
like,
the point.
Commando, it's like, oh, we paid him to this island filled with terrorists, so everyone's
Right.
yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead,
'cause
blow 'em
It's
away.
the bad guy compound.
Because
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
make because that's Valverde, the fake country that's used
Well,
in
it
Commando
doesn't
and
exist
Predator.
anymore.
No.
Yeah, it got blown up. Didn't you
Or
watch
is
the
it the
movie?
same as Predator?
Yeah. It's the
All of
same
its
as
inhabitants
Predator.
are dead.
Sweet.
Commando was my favorite movie.
Really?
That's so true. That's so
honestly.
fitting of you.
So good.
It is.
There's the best
Perfection.
one-liners. I will say
Yeah.
it's the best
Yeah.
Arnold
Mhm.
one-liners in it for sure.
We didn't get any one-liners in this movie.
No, we didn't get anyone hopping off of planes either. Could've used
We
those
just
scenes.
won the greatest
Okay.
game of our lives.
So, okay, so at one point, they rescue her, they kick a football and blow up a helicopter. They all get on this plane. Then oh my God.
Argus Borgnine.
Ernest Borgnine has no discernible injuries. He sticks his finger behind his back, pulls it out of his asshole. There's some shit on his fingers, and then he has a fart attack and dies.
And
got
he's
shot
But then
in
he
the
comes back.
He's wearing
Well,
the ring
shot.
that the lawyer was wearing.
He
He
got
was
shot.
against the they
No,
showed
he
was-
stuck his fingers up his butt, guys. Come on.
That's
There
where
was
the bullets
no.
went.
There was
I'm
no
strong
against that
struggle.
plane.
He's like, oh, there's turds
It was
up
very
there.
quick editing.
It was so stupid.
And he's the only person to like take a hit other
Yeah,
than the
no
poor
one
guy's
else
dad. the
dies.
poor kid's dad.
None of the football players died. They're all shimmying to the. They do the
Yeah.
contra
They had
move. They
shoulder
shimmy to the
pads.
right. They
Well,
strap.
It's
Yeah,
the
they
Super
got
Bowl
right.
shuffle, Chris.
They couldn't see him in the bright white and yellow. They're just easy to miss.
It was
then-
blinding.
But then to like really put a great capper on this movie after all that you waited so long for that football scene, and then it's all dark and you can't see shit. They're like, what if we filled the rest of the movie with 10 minutes of just some random football game?
From the
That
beginning
would
of the
be
film.
the audience would like that, right?
And let's show the kid with George and the girl.
Yeah.
And the
that
kid
would be-
hanging
stolen
over
this-
the railing that's
we've
going to
stolen
drop to
this
his
child.
death.
you my new mommy?
I mean, how they should have ended it is they should have been on the field and they're about to do a play and they pick up their guns and just kill the other team.
Yes.
And I'd be like cheering, like, fuck yeah, this movie's amazing.
See, if you have the team playing a game in the country where they are,
Mm.
then
Yeah,
they have an excuse
that's a good
to be
setup.
in uniform and
That's a good setup. They're
yeah.
going there anyways
right.
to compete. And that's why she was there early for the game and she gets kidnapped.
See, I didn't see the trailer last week, so I thought it was gonna be like where they have to play to get the girl
yeah.
out.
Oh.
That would have been made more sense as to why they're wearing football.
And it would
equipment.
have been better if it was terrorists and not the actual just like police government taking
Right?
her.
Yeah.
Because that's
She
just
was
like,
kidnapped by a drug lord, and he was using her to exploit money from the football guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And but then he still wouldn't give him or something. And then you're like, okay, yeah, shoot the bad guys. It's just in the end, this is like a terrorist organization of football players who went and murdered a whole bunch of people in a different country.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It is
You
what it
probably
is.
shouldn't even like
America.
show this
That's a
movie.
long-ass
It's gonna be
alternate
picked up by
title,
the
Chris.
wrong people.
Well, there were
It's
so
like a
many.
trophy film.
There's so many movies and TV shows at this time where they'd have scenes where an American would get in trouble overseas, and they'd be like, "Wait, I'm an American," and all of a sudden it was like a magic thing to say to get yourself out of trouble. When
Yeah.
that
People
totally
believe that, though.
does
Well-
not work.
No.
People believe that's true.
I think it depends where you are too, but yeah.
Yes, but
This is why every country hates Americans. It's true. We're so entitled. So entitled, it's ridiculous.
oh,
Ernest Borgnine got shot, AJ. This
I
is not.
know.
I know it was a sad
Serious.
moment. I was kind of shocked he was the one that was going to get shot.
I still
was-
don't. I don't think he got shot.
He gave a great locker room speech before he died.
And he died. He died. So sad.
Hmm.
And
Do
in
it
case
for
you forgot that, they
Coach.
brought it back later, so you would know
Mhm.
again.
Right.
All right,
Or
I
if
got
you
one
fell
more
asleep.
one more thing to show you guys. This is just a little highlight of some of the action and the music. So this is a feast for both of your senses. Here you go.
I don't understand why he ran. Why was he running? He didn't
I
do
swear at one
anything.
point someone yelled Mario Lopez. At the very end, like
fans
right
Was
when
he
he's
Saved
throwing
by
the
the
trash
Bell?
can,
Oh my God,
it was
no.
Mario Lopez. Because I heard it while I was watching the movie, and then I
No.
just heard it again.
Play it again.
Well, I did
Oh,
not hear
no.
Mario. Okay, everybody. I need everybody to focus. It's
All right.
around when the guy throws the trash can. Listen
Yeah.
for Mario Lopez.
Maybe it's the director yelling.
Mario Lopez!
I definitely heard that. I don't know
it's
where
in
that
there,
trash
you're
can.
right. It's
Did
in
that
there.
was that guy carrying a trash can? I
Yeah.
don't remember. Okay.
Yeah,
Like,
so ridiculous.
For
Those
some
boxes-
reason.
are completely empty, obviously.
Yeah,
and he just waits and he slaps them.
It's like a future
wow.
war box factory.
That's a
so-
future where Box Factory
Oh
finds
my
Yeah.
that shit.
God.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else with the last match?
Great film.
Great film. Would you, Rebecca? Would you recommend the last match?
No, I wouldn't.
No, not a recommendation. Okay, AJ.
It's hard. I want to because of the absurdity of it, and it's such a strange concept, the football team on like this like final battle scene, but it was just such a letdown in the execution of it that I can't recommend it.
Okay, so you would give them a fuck. I don't know what's bad in football.
I was gonna say red card, but that's soccer.
Penalty?
A flag.
A strike? Do you
A
get
flag.
No, what do you get
Penalty
three
on
of?
the field?
What do you get
You don't
three
get
of?
3 of anything.
Oh, that's right. You got to get the ball. Oh my god.
You get there's 4 downs.
Technical foul.
Whatever. Just move on.
We'll call it,
down.
we'll
I
call
was
it a
just
complete
kidding.
fumble. It's a
It
complete
was
fumble.
a joke. I
all
know
right?
everything about football. You can quiz me. I know everything. Lindsay?
That should be the game next week.
I hope it's the game this week.
I would recommend it. I think it's worth sitting through all that to get to the end because there is some interesting stuff, a little bit here and there throughout. But the ending I think is worth sitting through all that, or just fast forward to the end because you don't need any context. So yeah, I would recommend it.
Aaron.
Whew, this is a tough one. I'm kind of with Lindsay on like, it's sometimes worth it to get through to the end, but other times it just drags on forever. So skip to the last 20 minutes, but don't watch the last 5. So just like 15 minutes right there towards the end of the movie.
It's
You
a
want to watch?
golden. It's the Goldilocks zone. of this movie.
Yes, that's the end zone for this film.
That's
where
the
you
end
wanna
zone.
go. It's where you want to go.
Everything else.
Otherwise,
is out
I
of
mean,
bounds.
it's fun because you have Ernest Borgnine being just insane, and the concept is just so ridiculous.
I
But
don't think we've ever said his name right. It's always Ernest Borgnine or Urgis Borgnine or Ernest.
Ernie B.
I
Is
mumble.
there,
I don't know.
Is there a G in there?
That's why I
do
call him
too.
Borgie G. I just call him Borgie G.
Good
It
old
makes no
Borgie.
sense.
All right, Spiv.
Yeah, no, I can't recommend this movie, Chris.
Not in good. Not in good.
No,
Yeah,
no.
not in good faith. Yeah.
Just watch the trailer. You'll see the best parts.
Yeah. This was not a good movie. I did not enjoy it, and I would not recommend it, except for that scene we showed you, kicking the football into a plane.
That was cool.
Literally a home run. Damn it. A touchdown. That's all you.
Terrible.
I'm not into sports. I'm sorry, Lindsay. Okay? I'm just not into sports.
He lapped him. He's
You
in
were
first
so-
place.
He lapped
You were
him.
so confident.
Where's the
in it.
checker? I'm taking a pit stop. Get some new tires.
And he got spiked.
All right,
We should
fair
just
enough.
have Chris doing
Fair enough.
commentary on sports.
Yes.
If you showed me a sports game, I would. Yeah, I could tell you what the rules are.
That sounds like a fun channel concept. Chris doing commentary.
You could be like the new John Madden. You got to eat a sandwich while you're doing it. You just draw circles all over
Oh,
the place.
you want me to do commentary over football?
Yes.
Okay, I can do
Yeah.
that.
I got some crumbs right here.
Okay. Any alternate titles?
Oh no, we said quite a few at the beginning.
Truly.
Aaron, you got any?
I got a few. We have Hut Hut Die.
Nice.
The Hell Yeah, Mary. And Zone of Death. Cups and Coppers. Popo versus Punters. Bullets and Ball Sweat.
Cool.
Out of Bounds. Operation Tight End.
Cool.
Fumblers versus Fondlers.
God, what is wrong with you? You get so preferred. See a
Body
man
of
in a cup and
Evidence.
you just,
Yes. Unnecessary Dumbness.
That's good.
Shotguns and shoulder pads. Oh my God, the quarterback is toast. Deflategate the movie. By the skin of our balls.
Oh, jeez.
Come on.
Oh my god.
Pigskin ball. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Extra special
okay.
teams. The Cuddle Huddle and Super Blow.
That's something.
Okay.
That's it.
I just have one. It was Ernest Coach 9.
What?
I don't know. Fuck you guys. I don't know. I don't know anything about sports. All right. Okay. Are we ready? What do we do? Game time?
Yep.
Game time.
Game time, baby.
Your theories are the worst kind of compliment, right? Your methods are sloppy and your conclusions are highly questionable. Shall we play?
We're gonna play it again.
There we go.
Texting away over there.
Busy guy.
All right.
Busy guy.
Yeah.
Chris is gonna get all of these right.
Yes.
It's a
You
football
can have
quiz.
Chris on your
Quiz
team.
My
right
dad-
up Chris's alley.
My dad is so unbelievably obsessed with football, too. I'm the most disappointing child.
He's
of
a
all.
Dallas Cowboys fan, right?
America's
Do you remember him
team.
watching like 4 games at a time on different TVs and
Oh
running
my
around the house? Like,
God.
That's
so-
hardcore. Wow.
yes.
All right, here we go. In what year did the first football game occur? And it was between
Ooh.
these two, Rutgers and Princeton.
1905.
1887.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
it would be 1800s, right?
1910.
I'm going with Chris, 1905.
1890.
Pretty close. 1869.
Oh,
wait.
So that is only
Look at that,
4
Chad.
4 years
years
after
after
the Civil War.
That's
Civil
just the
War.
Civil War. That's just the Civil War.
It's a Civil War painting.
Yeah.
It really does look like one.
And this was a lot like rugby at this point.
That's such a better sport.
Those are some buff
Yeah,
dudes.
rugby's
Yeah.
fun to watch.
Yes.
Yeah, look
They
at
are
this.
some buff dudes.
Look at that.
Look at that guy
Right?
in the bottom right corner there. Like
So
he is just-
vascular.
yeah.
It's like a Hieronymus Bosch painting up in here.
That was Ernest Borgnine in his youth.
All right. How many total teams make up the NFL?
26.
32?
32.
33.
30, 31.
40.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
There's some right on. It is 32. There they all are.
Biv.
Good with the
Big
skills up
football
in there.
fan over here.
Well, when you're a hockey
I can name all those teams. I'm not going to, but I can.
Georgia Tech holds the record for most points scored in a football game. How many points did they score?
115.
120.
180.
How many
Oh,
points is a
man.
goal?
6.
I would
6.
say
6 and then an extra point.
But didn't they change that recently where it's like
can
now you
also-
can get 2 extra
Depends if
points
you're
or
talking
some shit?
college
also
or
go for
NFL
2.
pre. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
But you didn't used to be able to there for a
That's
while.
true.
Then they changed it.
And
Yeah.
you could also do a
You can do field goals
field
for
field
3.
goal for
3.
3.
And
Mhm.
a safety for 2.
Yes.
This is why I don't football. 123. That's I don't even think that's possible.
That's a prime number.
I fucking think that's possible. I think
So
it's like-
you are all too low.
Oh, wow.
boy.
What?
Damn.
To 0.
Cumberland
Zero?
sucks.
Yeah.
Is that like the local middle school?
Suck
Oh my
it, Cumberland.
God.
Suck
They're
it.
totally
6
rushing yards was
interceptions.
negative
Negative
42.
42.
For the
They
audio
were
listeners.
2 for 18. Yeah, this
Georgia
was
Tech rushed for
222 to
978
0.
yards.
Damn.
Yeah, Georgia Tech didn't
They
pass
didn't
at
pass the
all.
ball.
Wow.
Yeah, they
rushed
had
the whole
32
touchdown.
rushing touchdowns.
978
Cumberland?
rushing yards.
Cumberland,
Jesus.
Super
put the run
impressive that
defense in.
15
Cumberland had
turnovers.
negative rushing yards. Negative
Yeah.
yards in an entire game.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Maybe the team was like dead or something.
Drunk or something from the night
Was it
before.
Well, they're
Georgia
dead
Tech
now
versus
because this
elementary
happened in
school?
1916.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Math didn't even exist back then. That's that's true.
Which of these teams has never been part of the NFL? The
Triangles.
Eskimos, the Triangles, the Copters, or the Stapes?
Triangles.
Ooh.
The copters.
Stapes.
I don't even know what a stape is.
Eskimos? I don't
John
know.
Stapos.
That's stupid.
I'm going to say stapes.
Stapes?
What is a stape?
One of you had it. Here we have the Stapes
Oh.
taking on the Dayton Triangles, so they were both real. And then we've got the Duluth Eskimos, so
Nice.
they were also real. So it was the Copters that were made.
Ah.
The Stapes were the Staten Island Stapletons, but they were
Oh,
they
so
were
it's
called
shortened
the
for that.
Stapes. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Because a stape is a part of your ear.
Yeah. So there is a minimum salary for an NFL player. What's the lowest? So I want you to
350,000.
think. We have
$7.25.
right. Minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. What is the
Pennsylvania.
lowest that an NFL player can be paid?
I think it's
125,000.
I think it's 350,000.
I know the NHL. It's 700,000. Football plays more than that, right?
Yeah,
gonna
but you
say
have like a
different.
third
They
string
answer
punter,
these
like
things.
kicker.
Yeah, he don't do shit. He's just a bench warmer.
Right.
He's warming that bench. He makes $350,000.
It is
Jesus.
$650,000.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
The Ravens are gonna be they have training camp in the same place that I have my training, so I'm gonna go see if I can find myself a football
Yeah.
player.
Hell yeah.
yeah.
Because
Can you
That's
get him
right.
to do a bumper too?
sure. All right, how much did the highest paid NFL player of 2021 receive for the season?
Oh, the season.
23 million.
80 million.
Yeah, it has to be up
48
really
million.
high.
40 million.
$65
shit.
million dollars.
It is $45 million.
Okay.
It's a lot
So
of
he's
damn
sitting
money.
next to the guy that's
Mahomes.
getting 660,000.
Damn.
Don't gamble with him in the room, right?
Is he good? Does
Play
anyone know this
cards.
guy? Is this guy good?
Yeah.
This is the quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs.
They won the
Mahomes.
That
Super
means
Bowl the year
literally
before.
nothing to me.
Not the last one. They played in the last one, but he got beat by Tom Brady, right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Tom Brady
Yep.
had Jesus on his side. I knew that.
I guess. But the year
You
before
need to
that,
be, man.
Kansas City won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They won the KFC Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay. Good for them.
Extra
What's
crispy.
the difference between college and professional football? College games are shorter. Professional games have less players on the field. The ball is colored differently, or there are different penalties.
Different penalties.
penalties.
Yeah, like a little of everything.
Trick question.
isn't it?
All of them. All of the above.
I think they're shorter.
Are they shorter? No.
There's
Only-
just
only in
different
your heart.
penalties.
Yeah.
Chris gets
The
that.
ball is colored differently.
What?
Told you. Told you.
Yep.
Told you, suckers.
They're both
With the-
brown.
With the white lines.
I literally
it
can't see a
makes-
difference.
No.
It's a slightly
it's the
different
white
hue, guys.
lines.
It's a slightly
No,
different
it's
hue.
the white lines.
It's the white lines, guys. Like I said.
The
I
white
was
stripes.
shocked
Get
when
it
I
together,
went-
Yeah,
guys.
the white stripes. They
I don't
have
like-
them in college and they
I've
have
never
them in
noticed that.
high school, but they
I've watched
don't
Never
have
plenty of
them in
noticed
football games and
NFL.
never noticed.
The white lines are supposed to make it easier to see in the air
Mm.
because it breaks it
Yes,
up.
that's true.
Yeah.
College
so-
dum dums
That's
can't
true,
see
it
the
is
ball in the
easier to
air.
Yep, so you don't get those in the
Try and catch a
NFL.
ball with a football helmet on. It's not easy. You can't see shit.
I can do that. I can do that with my eyes closed, my hands tied behind my back.
It's not that easy.
All right. Is that my last one? That was my last one.
All right. Woo!
We
There you
won.
go.
Yay.
Nice
Hate the player, hate the ball.
Yay. Football. All right. Thank you, Rebecca.
job. Yep.
Time to do some emails. Everybody slumber in for a nice winter snap as Spiv lazily reads some emails. Here we go.
I suggest we read some listener feedback, sir.
Make it so, number one.
Emails. You tiny little emails. You precious little emails. Where are you?
Last week we watched The Donor, our lovely kidney movie with Jeff Scott. David Black says it was a really weird movie to have for this week, because between it being picked on the wheel and the time he got to watch it, he was diagnosed with chronic kidney disease.
Oh,
God.
Jesus.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. He says
What
he's
is
hanging
that?
in there. He's glad to have us all to laugh with.
Oh my
And his
God.
alternate title, The Boner, was already
Ah. Take care of yourself, man.
hang in there, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that was a thing. I don't know why I would know that. I don't know anything about medical stuff.
Or football.
How do you know?
Well, if you get a score touchdown on your lymph nodes. And, there's a whole bunch of comments here loving the rabbit hole. So good job, Lindsay.
Awesome.
Nice.
Suraventry says the lyrics for the rabbit hole have to be based on Rob Zombie's Dragula.
Oh my god.
Rabbit
That's a
hole.
challenge here.
Why?
Just put enough filters on that. We could pass Rob Zombie's
I mean, I'm
voice
willing
off.
to give it a shot, but
It's
Why?
Our
it's
voices and
interesting you
combine
asked,
them.
Aaron. He gives 3 reasons why.
okay.
Number 1, you know you want to.
E?
Yeah, that I get.
Number 2, you can say the link is that it is from The Matrix, where Neo follows the White Rabbit to the club.
Okay.
And number 3, you know you can do better than this chorus. Click through the pictures and scratch all the itches. I'm sliding down the rabbit hole.
That's pretty good.
that's pretty
if
good,
I
actually.
layer that enough, it'll sound like Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
You got to mix some carrots in there, though. You got to get Spiv's carrots thing.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole bunch of rabbit hole fans. And WVU, I'm assuming West Virginia University, 9787, says, Lindsay, your hair is gorgeous.
Oh my.
They want to cut it off and staple it to their head.
Oh.
It's not
Oh, what was the corner
Okay.
where Spiv got hit on? What was that called?
Cougar.
Corner.
Maybe we just need a
Let's
creeper
do like
corner.
Creeper Corner.
Creeper barber shop or something. What do you call this?
And I'll just have it look like, what's his face is reading
Creeper
it.
cutters?
I'm just not going to
Yeah.
say. I'll yeah, that's,
That's
I
all
like
our
that.
comments from this week. So if you want me to read them next week, you better leave comments on our YouTubes. I'll be like Chris and say it helps out the show. I don't know if it does, but it probably does.
If you leave comments, it does help pick you up in the algorithm. Sometimes.
Yeah,
So.
feed the
Sometimes.
algorithm.
The more interaction you have, the better.
Yeah, drop comments, everyone.
Unless it's talking about stapling hair to your forehead or whatever. That's a little
Yeah,
creepy.
you could just
How
drop
about
stuff
that
about
one?
personal
I don't know if that
creepy.
helps.
knowing football.
Any fans are good fans, Aaron.
Mm-hmm.
yes.
He's talking about you, Irene. No, I'm just kidding. No, we're very thankful for our patrons.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Even that creepy old lady in London
Well, creepy.
who wants to adopt
How dare
Scott.
you, Aaron?
Aaron, how she was a cougar. That's all.
I mean, yeah.
Anyways.
Who
Gave
knows?
us a $500.
So wait, are you
Patreon.
done with you're done with the emails
That
already?
is
I was
all
totally
the emails. That was it.
I was looking
Wow.
something up and you read like 4 emails. We had a lot more. I guess you have to be picked from Spiv's magicness to be able to be read
Oh.
on the show too.
What do you do
so
to get in that?
I don't know.
Did we get any new reviews?
You have to be
I
from
didn't
London,
check that.
AJ.
But okay, all right,
that
cool.
British accent.
Cool. Thank you,
British accent
Spiv.
does it.
Then you know what's next, guys. It has to be done.
Spin.
In
the
the wheel. Spin
Witchcraft
the wheel. Spin the wheel.
What do we got on it?
All right, there's a new one.
Outpost Zeta.
Oh shit.
We got Outpost Zeta, which is a 70s sci-fi thing. It looks interesting.
Yep.
Mind Warp.
Mind Warp.
Is a Bruce Campbell sci-fi thing. It looks interesting. Motel Hell was recommended.
man,
It is
looks
a
good.
cheesy horror movie. It will be interesting. Witchcraft 4.
No.
They're only getting meta. They're only getting
Yes,
meta.
yes.
It's gonna land on it.
No,
It's
no,
gonna
no,
be
no,
there,
no,
so-
no.
Witchcraft.
What is that?
And
Faust?
Faust.
Oh, I've never seen that. I want to see that
Jesus.
though.
I believe
That's,
that's a Brian Yuzna movie. So
And it has Scott's doppelganger, doesn't it?
it's got the Wishmaster. What's his face? I forget his actor's
Willem
name.
Dafoe?
Yeah.
No, not Willem.
No,
it's
isn't
got
he
the
in that?
Wishmaster.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking. Okay. Wait, I
Andrew
thought that-
Divoff.
Some good stuff on here, guys.
Is that what it is?
All right.
Okay.
So we are.
Some
This
good
is
stuff.
prime time. Are you guys
Yeah.
ready?
Prime
do
time
it.
Ah,
in there.
shit! It better not be Witchcraft. I forgot to pull a trailer for that. Okay,
Oh, it's
here we
got,
go.
it's got Jeff.
Oh, you screwed yourself.
It's gonna be witchcraft.
You
Let's be
jinxed it
honest.
now, yeah.
It is.
Yes!
Dude, I'm not gonna be here for it.
Oh shit! AJ's
no.
not
You gotta pick
here.
another one.
Yeah,
Oh,
spin
wow.
again.
Darn.
I'll
Spin
still watch it.
again.
Well, I'll tell you what. Spin for next week. We'll flip them. We do
There
that.
you go. This will be 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now.
Or you guys
I-
can just do witchcraft
What
and I'll watch
happened
on
to
my
Aaron?
own. I don't mind. He
Aaron
gave up.
quit because witchcraft.
Aaron is
You know, we
left.
can't do.
Aaron left. He's
I'm
gone.
at the week. I'm at the week after
I
next.
had to wipe
so we
away
can't
my
do
tears.
witchcraft.
I'm sorry.
I feel like if we don't do witchcraft, we're just never gonna get back to it.
I gotta delete Witchcraft off of here because
I
you
think we
fuckers
should do
can't
it.
be bothered
should
to
do it.
show. No, we skipped it for Lindsay. We'll skip it for AJ.
Okay, well we can't. But then I'm out the week after next, so we'd have to skip it again.
I like this strategy. I'll be
Hey, I
out the
have-
week after that, so we'll also have to
I'll
skip
tell
it.
you what. You can watch witchcraft and I'll watch it. I just won't be on the talk about it. Okay.
No,
No,
if
I
we're
don't
gonna
like
suffer
that.
through this
No, I
bullshit.
don't
You're
like
gonna
that.
suffer with
No,
us.
we're skipping. We're pulling
Just spin it
Witchcraft for
again.
now.
Uncheck the box.
Spin it
All
again.
right. Sorry, everyone.
Wish I
Okay.
would have known before I configured the wheel.
Oh, it's so hard. You deleted it again instead of unchecking it, you dumbass.
Oh shit! I deleted it.
Mine work.
Or Bruce Campbell.
Oh my god, it's too funny.
Now
funny.
I don't even want to.
Now
He's
it's not
just
going to get
upset.
back on ever.
No.
No.
Everyone's angry now. The night is ruined.
I don't even think
I'm
we do
happy.
podcasts
I'm not watching
anymore. I'm
Witchcraft
done.
Got the
4.
This is-
showdown.
I can't believe this.
This movie's also from 1991.
All right. Well, we got
1992.
Mind Warp, so let's go check out that trailer.
We shall all be reborn as dreamers.
Whoa.
That looks fucking amazing.
I'm missing that.
Was that supposed to be a
That's
Scottish
amazing.
accent?
Fuck, watch witchcraft.
What'd you say, Rebecca?
That's amazing.
What did you say, Rebecca?
Was that supposed to be a Scottish accent?
It's
Oh, I don't
Angus
know.
Scrimm.
Was it really?
Is this a thirsty wasteland?
It looks like
yes,
it.
It
but
looks
In a
pretty tasty.
post-apocalyptic utopian world of 2037, where people live a
it.
virtual life of their own choosing, Judy rebels against the AI-ruled status quo and is banished to a nuclear wasteland for human outcasts.
Sounds
Oh.
awesome.
This is an
Do you
AJ
really need to go on
movie.
vacation? Do you
I gotta
really
get
need
internet
to
at my campsite somehow and figure this out.
You can borrow
Broadband
my
card
cool...
this shit.
No, you can borrow my cool battery pack thing.
Oh man, does it
Yes.
have Wi-Fi?
That fucking Wi-Fi, but it'll power your laptop for like a
Give
day.
me a
It's
got
Comcast
2
truck and
tape
let's do it.
If we get enough extension network extenders, we could probably get you Wi-Fi.
Run that cable.
Okay.
You can just hop that signal all the way.
So, Mind Warp is what we were watching. It's not available for free anywhere. It doesn't look. Now you might be able to
Aw.
track it down on YouTube if
It's
you're
on
gonna
Prime
look.
for $3. That's
But
not bad.
it
$3
looks really
isn't
good,
bad.
and it's on Prime for $3. So I think
Nice.
maybe you should check
looks
it out.
so good.
What the?
Fuck was
Blowing up Hollywood.
Who's doing that? Who
Yeah,
did
what
it?
if I'm people
Ed
calling
Mid-
me?
Oh
think?
my
Who do
God!
you
Just
think?
show up, fucking like just no respect, man.
You keep your ringer on?
That's ridiculous.
Let me guess. You answer phone calls too.
I don't think I've had my ringer on for like 15 years.
Yeah.
I
I don't
definitely
answer
answered
my
my.
phone.
I answered my phone.
It
during
is
my
the
robocalls
support
you
guy
get?
from work, so I should
My
probably
phone
answer.
only rings when it doesn't ring.
Well,
Robocall.
then we
When
better
somebody
wrap this up.
contacts.
Spiv, go answer your phone. Spiv, thank you for joining us. You can leave. I'll wrap the show up.
Oh, fine. We're almost done. Just wrap it.
Oh, okay. That's going to do it, guys, for this episode of the Bad Movie Night podcast. If you enjoyed it, please consider joining the Patreon, patreon.com/badmovienight-show. Multiple tiers. New thing. We just added a new bonus podcast today. I should have said that up front.
What?
So if you join,
it's amazing.
join now,
Yes.
you can get access to the pre-show. You get access to
Impressive.
the Slack that we hang out on. You get access to the monthly live stream view-along, which is coming up at the end of this month. You get access to something else. Oh, the Patreon wheel, which we're introducing next month, and then that'll be continuing. So you can always have a recommendation on there. And now, the new bonus podcast every Monday, which is Battlefield Earth, where we're talking about Battlefield Earth 1 minute at a time, me, AJ, and Mark, and possibly guests in the future. That's what you can get at Bad Movie Night Podcast pre-show. What did I say? What's the Patreon.com/Bad Movie Night Show? Go there now. Smith, this is stressing me out. Okay, guys, next week we're checking out Mind Warp from 1992. Run it on Amazon. Thank you
Looks
for
awesome.
watching. Thank you for watching live. If you're here live every Monday at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's going to do it, guys. We will catch you here next week.
Jesus Christ,
Good.
man. How much speed did you do?
I'm like Ernest Borgnine. I'm blowing O-rings out of my asshole all over the place. All right, good. Bye.
Bad Movie Night Podcast. Podcast. We hope you enjoy listening to Bad Movie Night.